So just click OK.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yep,
All right.
and then go ahead, Dennis. Thank you.
Okay. The Chadwick Award is the highest award given by our program. One of the highlights of this evening has always been hearing the history of the Chadwick Award as told by Jim Tootle. Here to tell us about the Chadwick Award is Jim Tootle, followed by Amy Dickerson to make the presentation.
Okay. From the prime of his career as America's first sports writer in the 1850s and 1860s to his passing in his 84th year in 1908, Henry Chadwick was known to all as the father of baseball. More than anyone else, he helped baseball grow from a new bat and ball game started by the Knickerbockers in New York City in 1845 and played by a handful of clubs on the East Coast before the Civil War to its new status after the war and beyond as the national game. Although Mr. Chadwick played some baseball as a young man in the Elysian Fields in Hoboken, New Jersey, and other locations in the greater New York City area, it's not as a player, but as a writer and promoter of the game that he is remembered today, and remembered with the highest degree of respect and appreciation by those who are involved in vintage baseball. For his many contributions to the game in its formative years, Henry Chadwick was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1938, a year before the doors opened in Cooperstown in 1939. And his plaque reads in part, baseball's preeminent pioneer, writer for half a century, inventor of the box score, author of the first rule book. Henry Chadwick was also a strong advocate, sportsmanlike play, and gentlemanly conduct, values which continue to be hallmarks of the Ohio Village Muffins and other leading vintage clubs today. When the Muffin Advisory Committee started thinking about creating an end of the season award back in 1993, it seemed clear that the strength of the program, what sets our program apart, were the contributions of those in non-playing roles, umpiring, scorekeeping, interpreting, writing and editing programs and newsletters, conducting historical research, scheduling matches and other special events, helping new clubs get started, and so on. Since those kinds of contributions reflect the same kind of contributions that Henry Chadwick had made in the 19th century to elevate the game to its status as the national pastime, it also seemed clear that the award should be named for Henry Chadwick. And since 1993, the award has been presented annually to those individuals and organizations who exemplify the work and spirit of Henry Chadwick. Amy Dickerson, a member of the Muffin Simons Advisory Board, will now make this year's Henry Chadwick Award presentation.
Thank you, Jim. Pulling up my screen here. Can you guys see that okay? Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we see it, Amy.
Awesome. Okay. It is my pleasure to present this year's Henry Chadwick Award winner. I am especially happy that this year's winner is not only a vintage baseball friend of mine, but also just an overall great guy. This award goes to Earl Fireman McDaniel of the Eastwood Iron Horses Baseball Club. Earl is the president of the Eastwood Iron Horses baseball team out of Dayton, started in 2015. In 2019, Earl also started an effort to form a women's vintage team, the Gems of Eastwood. After much recruiting efforts and, well, COVID, the ladies were unable to play. In Earl's own words, At 53 years of age and being male, it's hard to recruit women for anything with the threat of being pepper sprayed. Earl connected continually with the Diamonds this past season in hopes that he could make this effort continue. In review of the team website, you will find that the Eastwood Iron Horses team does more than just play baseball. They've raised money for cancer research and supported local veterans. They also do exhibitions with Little Leagues, college squads, and all-star teams put together by local officials, showing that the favorite pastime can extend well beyond the early years of life. You might also spot the team marching in parades and in uniform at festivals, promoting the vintage game. They want to play hard and well on offense and defense, but they tally their wins by friends made and the people that they've helped. On the Eastwood Players Facebook page that I have become part of while helping with the GEMS effort, Earl posted this about their club, which I think shows a lot about his leadership. Earl said, "I want to affirm to all here, you are welcome on this team, gender identity, ethnic background, religion, or political belief. There are times when I have to make decisions about on-field playing based on their skill level, but that doesn't mean there are not other roles available for folks to serve, like setting up the field, getting food, keeping folks separated during this pandemic, pitching and batting practice to kids, or whatever is needed." Earl's dedication to the advancement of vintage baseball and inclusivity for all is a prime example of why he's a great fit for this award. Earl has done much to promote vintage baseball. Besides doing the scheduling and organizing for the Eastwood Club team, he has organized vintage games and locations to help attract crowds to those venues, like Caesars Creek Pioneer Village, Indian Creek Distillery, and the Fairborn VA Hospital. Earl has also filled in as a player for other teams who were in need to achieve a full 9. Earl has been a sub for Dayton Clodbusters, the Champion City Reapers, and most recently our very own Ohio Village Muffins. Earl could have played more teams than our very own Bob Daly. Earl, known for his unmatching socks, usually has a reason for the colors he wears, whether that is the team color of an opposing baseball team, or for a promotion of a special occasion, or to honor someone special, even subtly on the field, thinking of others. Aside from the many coaching and scheduling duties as president of the club, Earl also keeps this massive spreadsheet of players' stats. And then he celebrates milestones with his team, like a recent person getting their 100th at bat. So this year's Chadwick Award winner, named after the father of baseball, first tallyman and foremost authority of the rules of the game, journalist and communicator whose literary efforts and preserved and popularized baseball, is presented to Earl McDaniel for outstanding service to the Ohio Village Muffins and Diamonds Vintage Baseball Program, 2020. Congratulations, Earl, although I don't believe he's on with us tonight. We've also invited Eastwood Iron Horses teams and families to join us for this presentation. Thank you all for joining.
Huzzah.
Huzzah.
I believe we have one of Earl's teammates here. I don't know if you'd like to say anything.
Yeah, if Earl's here, I say it's an honor to be awarded such a great award. He does outstanding work for the team, all the scheduling and the headaches he puts up with. It's just, he does a wonderful job. Our seasons are great. It's just amazing what all the work he does and everything.
Gary.
Awesome, thank you. And I believe you have the award that you're gonna help find its way to Earl.
Yeah, I'll text him tomorrow and let him know.
Okay, well, I just recorded this because I wanted to be able to let Earl watch it. So have him get in contact with me after you present the award to him, and we'll get him this recording so he can watch it.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Congratulations, Earl.